Long, long ago, in a village surrounded by forests so dense that even sunlight struggled to pass through, there lived a young man named Obinze. Obinze was not the strongest in his village, nor the bravest, nor the wisest, but he carried something rare, a heart that refused to fear what everyone else feared. For this village had a secret so ancient that elders only whispered it when the moon hid behind the clouds. They believed that deep within the forest lived a powerful spirit known as Awakens, the forest judge. He never spoke unless spoken to, never appeared unless summoned, but whenever he answered a call, the caller's life changed forever. No one in the village ever intended to summon Awakens. No one dared, but one night someone did. It all began when mysterious footprints appeared on the paths near the farmlands. Footprints too large to be human, yet too light to belong to any known animal. The villagers murmured, the elders frowned, and children stopped playing outside once the sun went down. Every night, the footprints moved closer and closer, until finally, one morning, they reached the entrance of Obinze's hut. He stepped outside, stared at them, and whispered, "Whoever you are, I am not afraid." The villagers begged him not to speak such words, but Obinze only smiled. That same night, the winds shifted, the crickets fell silent, and the moon dimmed as though covered by a veil. The footprints moved again, this time leading straight into the deepest part of the forest, a place no one entered, a place where even echoes were swallowed whole. Obinze felt something call him from within the woods, not a voice, but a powerful pull deep in his chest. He knew the forest wanted him, so he followed. The deeper he ventured, the colder the air grew. Tree branches hung low like warning fingers, and shadows shifted shapes whenever he blinked. Then he heard it, a whisper calling his name, not from ahead or behind, but from everywhere. He answered softly, "I am here." Silence fell over the forest. Then from the darkness, a tall figure emerged, glowing faintly with eyes like burning charcoal. "You called me, child of the earth," the spirit said. Obinze shook his head. "I did not call you," the spirit replied, "but your courage did." The spirit stepped closer. "For centuries, this forest has chosen its king, and tonight it chooses again." Obinze trembled, not from fear but from something deeper he couldn't explain. "Why me?" he asked. The spirit's eyes flickered. "Because you do not fear the unknown. You walk toward it, and the forest needs one who is not blinded by fear." Before Obinze could respond, the ground shifted beneath him, roots rose like snakes, branches bent toward him, and the air thickened with ancient power. The spirit extended its hand and said, "But before you are crowned, you must pass the trials." Obinze asked, "What trials?" The spirit answered, 3, each one testing what even you do not know about yourself. The first trial came instantly. Darkness swallowed everything until Obinze could not see his own hands. A voice echoed through the void, his own voice. "Why do you pretend to be brave?" it asked. "I am brave," Obinze replied. But the voice said, "No, you only wish to be." The words cut deep, and Obinze fell to his knees. In that moment he realized the truth. He was never fearless. He simply refused to let fear decide his actions. The darkness lifted, and the spirit reappeared. Truth accepted. The first trial is complete. For the second trial, 2 paths appeared before Obinze, one glowing gold, promising wealth, comfort, and long life, the other deep crimson, offering storms, danger, sacrifice, but also protection for his village. Without hesitation, Obinze stepped onto the crimson path. The forest vibrated with approval. "The second trial is complete," the spirit said. Then came the final and most dangerous trial. A figure stepped out of the mist, Obinze's perfect reflection. Strong, fearless, powerful, with eyes filled with hunger. "I am who you wish to be," the shadow said, "and I can take your place forever." The shadow lunged. Obinze fought back, grappling with the version of himself he secretly wished he could become. They struggled fiercely. Finally, with a sudden burst of clarity, Obinze held the shadow and whispered, "I accept who I am. I don't need to be perfect." The shadow dissolved instantly into dust. The forest erupted with energy, trees shaking, leaves swirling, distant animals crying out together. The spirit emerged again, this time kneeling before Obinze. "Obinze, son of courage, rise. For tonight, the forest chooses you as its king, protector, judge, keeper of balance." Obinze rose with newfound strength as the entire forest glowed in acknowledgement of its new guardian. From that night onward, the villagers noticed the forest had changed. It became calmer, kinder, safer. Footprints no longer appeared near the farms. Storms no longer destroyed the crops. And whenever danger approached, the trees whispered Obinze's name. He became more than a man. He became a legend. And to this day, they say that on nights when the moon hides behind clouds, you can still hear the forest softly whispering, "Courage chooses its own king." And before you go, if this story touched your heart, entertained you, or awakened your love for African folklore, remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another captivating tale. Share this story with someone who loves our culture and help us keep African storytelling alive.